Okay, let's do a Saturn and Pisces check-in. And look, we've been in this energy for since what, the beginning of, I think it was last March, not of 2024, of 2023. Saturn went into Pisces. I talked early on of this year about how I felt like this is more having to do with a crisis of conscience, which I still believe is the case. But I'm noticing something quite interesting that's going on with my clients, with my work, that I had not anticipated. There are people in the Astro Tarot community who are more or less defecting, and they're saying, I'm getting out of tarot, I'm getting out of astrology. I had one client said she threw all her decks away. She just threw them away. I'm like, what? Because they're not cheap, okay? I mean, some of them are very affordable at maybe like $15 a deck. Others are not. Others are like over $50 a deck. And you get enough of those, it adds up. Like, I wouldn't just throw them away. But anyway, she did. And I have another client who said, yeah, I'm giving them away or selling them. And I'm getting out of it. Like I'm done, And so I talked to both of them, and again, they're not the only ones doing it. There are other people. It's not just my clients. I talked to my daughter, by the way. Some of y'all may know her. And she just started another little, just solely astrology channel, okay? But anyway, we were talking about how we're both noticing this going on within the community of people getting out of it. And what are they doing? They're going into Christianity. Well, Pisces actually represents Christianity because it has a lot to do, symbolic of martyrdom. And if there's any religion of martyrdom, it's Christianity, right? Christ dying on the cross for other people's sins. It's Pisces is a sign of sacrifice, self-sacrifice. And one thing that really sets Christianity apart in a class of its own is that although it does share a lot of common tenets with other religions, Christianity is the only religion where the leader, Jesus, has actually self-sacrificed for the followers and paid for their sins. All other religions, the people who belong to that religion, they must get salvation through works, okay? With Christianity, it's not necessarily salvation through works. It's already been paid by Christ. That's the belief, okay? By the way, I gotta say this up front. When we get into this, I am not trying to convert anyone, all right? If you are not a Christian, I'm not trying to talk you into being one. If you are a Christian, I'm not trying to talk you out of being a one. You do you, okay? Each man has to give account for himself. And also, I need to be upfront in letting some of you know, if you don't already know, a lot of you do, but I have a background in Christianity. I was like very strong Christian for like 10 years. I'm not joking. Like, I would go to church at least once a week, if not 3 times a week. Like, I read the Bible. I did the prayer, the fasting, the this, the that. Like, I would eat, breathe, and sleep Bible. Okay, so I'm not saying I'm a theologian. I'm just saying I'm not wet behind the ears. I really have studied the Bible. But anyway, getting back on track, Saturn in Pisces, people's faith is being tested. And this is it in a nutshell, what I believe. And I talked to my daughter about it, and she's really good with astrology, and she's really tapped into the community as well. The people that are into that, and they're kind of defecting from it. Why? Well, because when your faith is being tested, you probably want something solid to hold on to. And this is what I'm hearing as I ask questions, really trying to understand, what I'm hearing from my clients is, I just feel like I'm watching these tarot videos, and what do I do with it? Then what? And I think they're also looking for some kind of hope and encouragement. But what they're finding is that it just keeps going like this. right? Dealing with the same people or the same situations or the same challenges or the same, it's just, how do we get off of this? How do we get out of this situation? Because I'm tired of hearing about the same people, the same story. I need hope. I need something I can hold on to, something I can believe in, that things are going to change, that there's a way out of this. And unfortunately, I don't think they're getting that from tarot, which opens up a whole can of worms of, okay, so what is your purpose in watching tarot? Because you're trying to understand, so you think that, well, if I can understand, then I can fix this, I can solve this, I can change this. And hey, I get you. If that's your mentality, because I think that's how a lot of us get into tarot. We're trying to understand what the hell is going on and what do we do about it with our relationships, with our lives, But side note, that's how I got into Christianity. Because I thought that if I read my Bible enough, if I prayed and fasted enough, if I fill in the blank enough, right? We're talking rules, rituals, right? Which is religion. Then I thought that I could change my life. And there's a lot of that being sold to people in churches and in the New Age community. And I'm sorry to say there's no silver bullet. But what I've learned from this experience of being steeped in the church, steeped in Christianity, and also, tarot and astrology, I've learned so much along the way. But there are no silver bullets. And, I'm not going to tell people what to cling to or not, because only you have to live your life. And if you feel some reassurance from drawing upon the structure of Orthodox religion, then that's you. I'm not going to talk you out of it, okay? But I do want to make people aware that in this life, there's no easy bullets. And I think that's what a lot of people are frustrated with, is they come into religions, or they come into like tarot, astrology, some kind of spiritual practice, or maybe even therapy, okay? They come into it with some hope or agenda or underlying motive that, by practicing this belief system, I'm going to transcend the darkness of this realm. And then they don't. Why? Because we have lessons here. We have other people who have lessons here. Some of them are just flat choosing to not learn, choosing not to grow. And we have free will. We have a mix of heaven and hell. And so there's just no getting around the spiritual work and getting dirty, whether it's because of karma or other people's karma. There's no way around it. And I know, again, this sounds probably so sober, not what you want to hear. I don't want to err on the side of hopium, which is what I think some people are searching for with Saturn and Pisces. And you will get a lot of that in the church, But again, I am concerned that people are just maybe not working out the underlying issue of why do I keep reaching for a belief system, because I'm trying to get something, I'm trying to escape something about this reality that unfortunately I don't know that any of us can escape. Hell, if I knew, I'd bottle it, sell it, I'd be a millionaire. And my life would for damn sure look much better right now, okay? Because I have been looking for it for practically all my life. And people keep doing whatever the hell they want, right? And life just goes on with its lessons, its challenges, and we can only do the best we can do. And if at this time in your life, tarot, astrology, Christianity, whatever helps you, if it's working for you, then work it. But I do feel that for some people, the higher calling and lesson here is to not really hold out hope that any one thing is going to fix it. Well, that was a shitty message. Am I going to upload it? Yeah, Queen of Swords going to deliver the truth. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if that was the cold, hard truth, but I feel like I've got to tell some people out there, work what works for you, okay? But don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. Okay. Till next time, y'all be blessed.